Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to solve question number 6 to question 10 of GATE 2019. Question number 6 से start करते हैं. An electric field E is equal to E naught Z cap is applied to a hydrogen atom in N is equal to 2 excited state. Ignoring spin, the N is equal to 2 state is fourfold degenerate, which in the LM bases are given by 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1 minus 1. If H dash is the interaction Hamiltonian corresponding to the applied electric field, which of the following matrix element is non-zero? So here an atom is placed in electric field. So this is called Stark effect. Stark effect is analog of Zeeman effect. In case of Zeeman effect, an atom is placed in external magnetic field, and in Stark effect, atom ion or molecule is placed in external electric field, and it is in N is equal to 2 excited state. So here we ignore the spin, we take only N, L and M components. So for N is equal to 2, we know that L is equal to 1 or 0. If L is 1, then ML values are plus 1, minus 1 and 0. And if L is equal to 0, then ML is equal to 0. So the four states are 4LML states are, we are taking only L and ML values. So 4LML states are 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1 minus 1, and from here we have one state that is 0, 0. So in this case we have four states which are given in the question 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1 and 1 minus 1. I have written the four states. So if you are given an interaction Hamiltonian H dash, then the matrix element corresponding to Hamiltonian H dash is given as N dash, comma L dash, M dash, H dash, N, L, M is not equal to 0. This matrix element is not equal to 0 only if L dash is equal to L plus minus 1 and M dash is equal to M. So we have to find the matrix element which is non-zero. So we are writing the condition for non-zero value of the matrix element. So for H dash interaction Hamiltonian, this is the condition for non-zero matrix element. Now we can also write this as N L M H dash N dash L dash M dash is not equal to 0, or here N is equal to 2, so we can neglect N. We can write it L M H dash L dash M dash is not equal to 0 if L dash is equal to L plus minus 1 and M dash is equal to M. So we have only those element non-zero where these two conditions are satisfied. So now we check all the four given options. In this option, this side is LM and this is L dash M dash. So in first case you can check that L value is 0 and L dash value is also 0. So this is wrong. So this is not the case. Similarly, in all other cases you can say that L value is 0, L dash is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So L is not, L dash is equal to L plus minus 1. This is this condition holds in all the three cases because here L 0 and L dash is 1. But now we will check the value of M. So M in this case is 0. Here M dash is equal to 1. So M should be equal to M dash. So out of the three cases, only in the C case we have M dash and M equal. So this is L M and this is L dash M dash. So we have both the conditions satisfied. एल डैश इज इक्वल टू एल प्लस वन, ठीक है, क्योंकि एल ज़ीरो है तो एल डैश कितना हो गया 1, सो एल डैश इज इक्वल टू 0 + 1 एंड एम डैश इज इक्वल टू एम. So only third condition C, this is non-zero. So our answer is C. Next question is question 7. A large number n of ideal bosons, each of mass m, are trapped in a three-dimensional potential Vr is equal to m omega square r square over 2. The bosonic system is kept at temperature T, which is much lower than the Bose-Einstein condensation temperature Tc. The chemical potential mu satisfies. So इसमें आपको chemical potential mu की वैल्यू देखनी है कि इसमें से ये किस कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई करेगा. So here we are given an isotropic potential m omega square r square by 2. So then we can write the Hamiltonian. If this potential is given, we can write the corresponding Hamiltonian, and if we can write the Hamiltonian, then the energy, corresponding energy states for this Hamiltonian given by, this is a three-dimensional harmonic oscillator. So this is given by E is equal to n plus 3 by 2 h cut omega, and ground state energy is given by putting n is equal to 0. So this is the ground state energy corresponding to this potential. So ये जो potential है जैसे इसमें दिया है, ये potential की value different हो सकती है. Depending upon the value of the potential, you will have the value of energies. So in this case, this is harmonic oscillator potential. So this is the ground state energy of three-dimensional harmonic oscillator with this type of isotropic potential. So now we have to check the relation between mu and this energy. So we know that according from the Grand Canonical Ensemble, occupancy of particles or the Bose-Einstein distribution is given as Ni is equal to summation over I 1 over or Gi over e power epsilon I minus mu over kT or kBT minus 1. So from this distribution we can check that if epsilon equal to mu, अगर ये दोनों इक्वल हो गए, in this case we have e power 0 means 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So in that case this n goes to infinity, which is Bose-Einstein condensation, because at lower temperatures the whole all the particles they occupy the ground state. So all the particles in the ground state. So epsilon 0 which is ground state energy, जिसको हम यहाँ पे E लिख रहे हैं, ये सेम ही है, ठीक है, चाहे यहाँ पे E लिख लो या फिर इसको epsilon लिख लो. So this is equal to mu. So one possibility is mu is equal to the ground state energy. Other possibility is if epsilon is greater than mu. If epsilon is greater than mu, in that case we have this power, epsilon power positive. So we have a definite value of number of particles. So second case is mu should be less than epsilon. And if we take epsilon less than mu, in that case we have epsilon power negative. So exponential power negative. So negative powers means the whole denominator is negative and numbers of the bosons comes into negative terms, so which is impossible. So this case is not possible, not feasible case. So only two possibilities are there, either mu less than epsilon naught or mu equal to epsilon naught. So the answer is mu is less than or equal to epsilon naught. Now epsilon naught or E naught is equal to we have 3 by 2 h cut omega for the given potential in the question. So this is the answer. So we have mu less than equal to 3 by 2 h cut omega. So answer is A. Keep this thing in mind that I have taken this E naught equal to epsilon naught. This is ground state energy. You can write it as E naught or as epsilon naught. Next question. Question number 8. During a rotation, vectors along the axis of rotation remains unchanged. For the rotation matrix, the unit vector along the axis of rotation is. तो गिवन है कि एक जब ये रोटेशन होती है तो वेक्टर्स जो हैं दे रिमेन अनचेंज्ड, ठीक है. और वी आर गिवन द रोटेशन मैट्रिक्स. वी टेक लेट द रोटेशन मैट्रिक्स से R is equal to R matrix is equal to 0 1 0 0 0 minus 1 minus 1 0 0. So this is the rotation matrix. The unit vector along the axis of rotation, we have to find the unit vector along the axis of rotation. So we take a vector x I cap, y j cap, z k cap. So when this rotation matrix acts on this vector x vector, so you can write capital X. You can write this as in matrix form x, y, z. So when this R acts on the matrix X, it remains unchanged. Okay. So we have to check, we have to find the unit vector of this x vector. So the question is, the rotation matrix R, when it acts on a vector, it remains unchanged. Mean when R acts on x, it remains equal to x, and you have to find the unit vector of x. So we can substitute values of R 0 1 0 0 0 minus 1 minus 1 0 0, and x is x y z, and similarly right side x y z. Now matrix multiplication, y minus z and minus x equal to x, y and z. So it means after rotation these two things becomes equal, means y is equal to x, z is equal to minus y, and z is equal to minus x. So we have, if we keep value of x as x, then y is equal to x, and y की value x substitute कर दो, z is equal to minus x. So we have in x vector, which is x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, we have x equal to x and y is equal to x and z is equal to minus x. So x is equal to x I cap, y is x j cap, and z is minus x k cap. So you have to find the unit vector, then divide vector by its magnitude, and magnitude of vector is square of the square of all the components and then add 3x square. x common आ गया. So suppose this is x cap. x cap is equal to, x cancel हो गया, 1 over root 3 I cap plus j cap minus k cap. So the answer is I plus j minus k, B. Question number 9th. For a spin half particle, let these are up arrow and down arrow. These denote the spin up and spin down states respectively. If A is equal to this and B is equal to this are composite states, which two such particles, which of the following statement is true फॉर टोटल स्पिन s। तो हमारे पास क्या है कि दो पार्टिकल्स हैं, स्पिन हाफ पार्टिकल, एंड वी आर गिवन दीज टू स्टेट्स, वन इज दिस एंड सेकेंड इज दिस, एंड वी हैव टू फाइंड दैट out of these the four statements which is correct. So this is very easy question. ये आपने क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स BSc सेकेंड ईयर में वहाँ पे करा होगा, वहाँ पे आप चेक कर सकते हो. when we have two spin half particles, so suppose S1 and S2 are the spins of the two particles, then total spin is equal to either S1 plus S2 or S1 minus S2. So S is equal to 0 or 1. So S is equal to 0 is called singlet state, and S is equal to 1 state is called triplet state. So in case of singlet state, we have only one state which is antisymmetric. Keep in mind this state is antisymmetric, that is why we have minus sign here. एंटीसिमेट्रिक मीन्स अगर आप इसको उल्टा कर दो, यहाँ पे डाउन अप और अप डाउन कर दो, तो आपको माइनस कॉमन लेना पड़ेगा, माइनस आ जाएगा बाहर. देन दिस इज माइनस वाली जो होती है स्टेट, दैट इज एंटीसिमेट्रिक, एंड करस्पॉन्डिंग टू एस इज इक्वल टू, दिस इज करस्पॉन्डिंग टू एस इज इक्वल टू 0. दिस स्टेट सपोज साई एस, इसको हमने लिख दिया, कोई भी नाम दे दिया साई एस, ठीक है. एंड ट्रिपलेट स्टेट जो होती हैं, दी ट्रिपलेट स्टेट्स आर 3 इन नंबर. सो इट मीन्स अगर आप उसको साई एस डैश बोल दो, तो वहाँ पे आपके पास तीनों सिमेट्रिक होती हैं. ये जो सिमेट्रिक स्टेट आती है, दिस इज अप डाउन, हेयर इज प्लस साइन, डाउन एंड अप. सो इन केस ऑफ out of 3 states, other 2 states are, in one state both arrows are up, and in one state both arrows are down. ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे S डबल डैश, S ट्रिपल डैश, ये 3 स्टेट्स जो हैं ये ट्रिपलेट की स्टेट्स हैं. दिस इज फॉर सिंगलेट केस. For singlet case it is antisymmetric and a minus sign. For triplet case these all states are symmetric and here it is plus sign. So this is for S is equal to 0 and these 3 states are for S is equal to 1. तो ये तीनों स्टेट्स S equal to 1 के लिए हैं. तो हम चेक करते हैं यहाँ पे. तो ये वाली जो स्टेट आ गई आपकी, ये हो गई A स्टेट. A में प्लस साइन है, B में माइनस है, तो ये आपकी B स्टेट हो गई. और ये वाली जो स्टेट आई है, दिस इज A. तो A और B स्टेट्स आपकी कब आई हैं? B स्टेट के लिए S0 है और A स्टेट के लिए S1 है. तो इसके लिए कौन सा बनेगा ऑप्शन? S इज इक्वल टू 1 फॉर A. ठीक है, ये हमने A लिखी है, ये S1 के लिए है. सो इट मीन्स D ऑप्शन है. S इज इक्वल टू 1 फॉर A एंड S इज इक्वल टू 0 फॉर B. सो करेक्ट आंसर इज D. Next and last question. This question is from classical mechanics MSc class. Consider a transformation from one set of generalized coordinate and momentum qp to another set of qp is denoted by, ठीक है, you have given capital Q and capital P where S and R are constants. The transformation is canonical if, तो आपने चेक करना है कि ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कैनोनिकल है तो उसके लिए कौन सी एस और आर वैल्यू आएगी. सो यू नो द कंडीशन दैट अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज कैनोनिकल इफ पॉइसन ब्रैकेट क्यू पी, ये पॉइसन ब्रैकेट आपकी होती है क्यू पी, ये कैपिटल पी है, ये स्मॉल पी है, इज इक्वल टू 1. और इसका क्या मीनिंग है? करली क्यू ओवर करली क्यू, करली पी ओवर करली पी माइनस करली पी ओवर करली क्यू ओवर करली पी is equal to 1. So now we are given Q is equal to p q power s and p is equal to q power r. So curly q over curly q is s q power s minus 1 into p, and curly p over curly p, there is no p in this expression, so it is 0, minus curly p over curly q is r q power r minus 1, and this is q power s is equal to 1. So this term is 0, minus r q power r plus s minus 1 is equal to 1. So here you can write this one as q power 0, and then you can compare both left and right hand side. But before this you have r here and negative sign. So for that we can choose r is equal to minus 1. So if r is equal to minus 1, this term becomes 1. And now you can easily find that bases are equal, so r plus s minus 1 equal to 0. Now we have r equal to minus 1, so minus 1 plus s minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have s is equal to 2. So here answer is r is equal to minus 1, s equal to 2. So the correct answer is s2 r minus 1, B. So B is the correct answer. So we have solved all the 5 questions, question number 6 to question number 10. In next video we will solve the next 5 questions. Thank you for listening the video, and if you like the video, please subscribe my channel, and also you can comment if you have any doubt in the comment section. Thank you.